Day 59. We're back in the old stomping grounds of the old location. Old location being the location that I filmed many of these episodes at because of the light here. Um, Today I was just reflecting on some incredible friendships. I mean, I, I feel so blessed. I feel so blessed to live in Austin, Texas, where I go from we doing cold plunge and sauna and talking about deep conversations about relationships and breakups and highs and lows and depth and what people are excited about. And then conversation. Another friend, we went deep on manifestation and running a company and stresses and things that are just keeping you up at night and stuff that is on your heart and the truth of your experience. I mean, I'm like, how did I get so lucky? Like, great conversations are just food for my soul. And then earlier, before that, I had a podcast, and after that, I spoke to somebody, a coach who I was just explaining to him all the blessings that have come into my life, and a good life is really just a bunch of good conversations, right? A good life is really just a bunch of conversations, a bunch of good conversations, and a great life is a bunch of great conversations. Wow, that's deep. A great life is really just a bunch of great conversations. And so, where does the conversation start? You want to have great conversations? You want to have a great life? Okay. Start having a great conversation with yourself. Start to have a great conversation with yourself. For me, how I start a conversation with myself is, I love you, God. 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 That is me having a conversation with myself. Or in a previous season of my life, it was, I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I even changed my posture, saying I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love you, God. I love you, God. I love you, God. Right? Start to have a better and listen, kudos to you. You're watching this video. Kudos to you, because I'm trying to have a conversation with you that is enlightening, that is filling your mind and heart with things that are going to grow you in some way. And a great life is just a bunch of great conversations. And the conversation you want to have with others starts with yourself. And the reason why I'm having so many great conversations in my life is because I started first having a great conversation with myself. Because I started to really look in the mirror of where I was falling short of my own standard. Where are you falling short of your own standard? And elevate that. If you want. It's up to you. But I am so blessed for all the great conversations that happen in my life. It is so important for my own sense of well-being, for where else in the world are people going on walks and going cold plunges and saunas and talking about the deep, real stuff that is going on in their life? I've lived in San Diego. I've lived in New York City. Where else? Tell me. Where else are people having deep conversations about the truth of their experience? Listen, it might be happening in New York City, it might be happening in San Francisco, LA, it might be happening in San Diego and Dallas and Denver, Colorado, in Florida, I don't know. In Idaho, in Kansas. in Montana? Where are people having deep conversations that are real about the truth of their experience? I know that I feel so uniquely blessed to experience so many of those conversations on a daily basis in Austin, Texas. And it's because I started being real with myself. And so I'm not sure that it's Austin so much as it is myself. And being honest with myself and having a great conversation with myself has led me to move to the place that was most in alignment with me in this moment of my life. And that might not be Austin for you. If you were having a great conversation with yourself, maybe that's moved to Los Angeles. Maybe that's moved to Utah. Maybe it's moved to Canada. It's funny how I'm such an American. Like all my examples were in the USA. Is cities in the USA. I'm funny. I have such a limited view of reality and such a limited view of just the world. I know that traveling abroad would certainly do me well and help expand my capacity and expand my perception, expand my knowledge of reality. And it would expand my ability to have good conversations or great conversations, because the conversations that I would be speaking would likely be in different languages too. Not something that's calling to me though. Gotta follow that inner voice. Not in this moment of my life for whatever reason. In this moment, it is complete 75 hard. Day 47 was today. Completed. Done. Next. What's next? Day 48. Got people coming in the group. Over 30 people sending me a message already. Tell me they want to be involved in the group. The group hasn't launched. There's no group yet. But there's over 30 people who want to be involved, and I appreciate that. And I'm going to be doing some serious work on this group, and it's going to be free. And I got good plans for it, and it's coming soon. You can probably expect it in the next week to launch this group. And I haven't promoted on Instagram, and I haven't really said on Twitter or X what it's about. But there will be some great conversations in the group, I can guarantee that. The reason why? Because people are starting to have a great conversation with themselves. Life is flowing and rolling. Life is flowing and rolling. You're capable of more than you think. Little tip to end the session here. Ask yourself, what am I asking from myself tomorrow, and how can I make it 10% more joyful? What would change if I decide to make the activities that I'm doing tomorrow 10% more joyful? Riddle me that. Ask yourself that. Really tune in. Figure it out for yourself. And let's all do our part to live in a slightly more joyful world. I love you so much. Have an incredible day. Have a great conversation with yourself, and have a great conversation with someone you love, or even a stranger out there in the world. Talking to strangers is absolutely a life hack. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.